Kishpen we manoyat mano Anishinaabe. Kishpen we nanandao goes it wenigo. Pigochijegi chinas kangewin aningagijiminigo is it. Gijemanito minan Anishinaabe kinagego aningewin chaya miwe kaijenika deg minopimadis. Good morning, everyone, and especially to the elders. This morning I acknowledge the elders have always had a very significant role in our society as Anishinaabe people. It was the elders that always reminded the people of how we should be living, how we should be behaving, and how we should walk as Anishinaabe people. Whenever prayers are done, prayers are always done to invoke the Spirit and the grandfathers to come within our presence, to be around us, to guide us, to teach us, to protect us. There was a law that our people believed in, that they practiced, and it was called Soongatiziwin, the great binding law of the Creator. And our people knew, recognized, acknowledged that everything that was created was connected to this higher power of spirit that we refer to as our great Creator. It was the Creator that created everything that we are, everything that we see, and everything that we can be is derived through the blessing of our great Creator. It is said that the first teaching that was given was the teaching of respect, which was symbolized by the buffalo. In a language I would say, Anishinaabe and to know respect is really to know how to give. Think of the buffalo when there were millions and millions of buffalo running across the prairies and giving of themselves so that the people could survive. Every part of that buffalo was used, the bones, the inside of the buffalo, everything was used. That's how much the buffalo, how much he respected the people, that buffalo gave every part of its being. What a beautiful way of life, to know and recognize how important that respect is. And the second teaching was the teaching of love, which was symbolized by the eagle. It has always been understood, the essence and the spirit that is within each of us carries the energy and the spirit of love. We were created through the unconditional love of the Great Spirit. Kinamagewin miwe Shawenjigewin. Kinyu ugi kinamon Anishinaabe anin inendamowin Shawenjigewin. And whenever the ceremonies are carried on, whether you're going in a sweat or in a sun dance or any of the ceremonies, that eagle comes. You go to the sacred site, you go and make your offerings, and the eagle appears. Probably the three most powerful words that can be said, I love you. I love you. In our language, they say, Apajigijewin, powerful.
I love you.
The moment that you begin to say that, something happens inside here, inside of you, in your spirit and your heart. That's powerful words to say. Love is the energy. Love is the spirit that has everything to do with life. The third teaching that the people were given that laid the foundation of having a good life was the teaching of courage. And the bear was always there to offer that spirit of courage. Eji Anishinaabe Soongatiziwin makogi Anishinaabe Soongatiziwin. You got to have courage. And what is it to have courage for what? You got to have courage to do the right thing. There's many, many different ways to do the wrong thing, but only one way to do the right thing that's expressed in the heart. And it takes a lot of courage. Do you have the courage to be Anishinaabe? To really live and walk the teachings of your people? People that understand the teachings, you would take the tobacco and then you would go to the land and say, Grandfather, help me. Help me to have courage to do the right thing. And that bear comes. Spiritually, that bear will come. Will come and help you, to give you the courage to do the right thing. And the fourth teaching that we were given was the teaching of honesty that was represented by the one they call Sabe, or Bigfoot. Honesty to our people meant that you learn to speak from your heart. Get out of your head. Get out of your mind. Because your mind is gonna lead you many times the opposite of what what the heart is trying to express. To be honest is to be able to be true to your word. So that Sabe was always there to offer that inspiration, in being honest. How to be honest. Now that's a good one, that one. I remember growing up, and the elders, whenever they agreed to something, they would shake their hand and say, yeah, it'll be done. They didn't need to write on paper, on any agreement or contract. Their contract was their heart, because the truth was spoken from their heart. And the old people would always say, is that you learn to speak from the heart. The fifth teaching was the teaching of wisdom that was represented by the beaver. And to know wisdom is to know that you have a gift. So that beaver has always been there to help us to remember that if we want to build a better life, we have to use the gifts that we have. Everyone was given a gift. You have a gift, you have a gift, you have a gift. But to know wisdom is, once you know your gift, you use that gift to serve the people, to serve your family, and to serve your community. That's wisdom. The beaver, whenever the fire goes through, the beaver will come first. And he'll work with the water, and he's going to fix it up, and everything starts to get green. And all these other animals start to come, the ducks and all these other animals, they come, and it's beautiful. But the beaver is the one that goes in first. What's he doing? He's building. And what is he using to build? Is those two sharp teeth that he has. Now if that beaver just lay on the shore and not using his gift of sharp teeth to cut trees, his teeth would grow long and he would die. That applies to all of us. If you don't use your gift, you're going to get sick. Everyone was given something. The sixth teaching is the teaching of humbleness that was represented by the wolf. And the wolf was there to remind us to live a humble life. And to live a humble life is to acknowledge, first of all, that there is a higher power of spirit that we, of course, as a people, refer to as the great mystery, the great creator. When you walk down the trail and that wolf is walking that same trail and is walking towards you, the first thing that wolf is going to do is going to stop and he's going to bow his head. Not because he's scared of you. He's humbled by the presence of the human being. To know humbleness is to think of your fellow human being before you think of anybody else. That you always think of your brothers and your sisters. You always think of the elders. You always think of those before you think of yourself. To know truth through the grandmother turtle, who has brought the teaching of truth, is to know that we cannot live truth until we're able to live the teachings as they've been, shared and expressed. Because Mianish in Sutang Anishinaabe Aningagi Jiminigu was a chibmuset. Ske way gagi minute Anishinaabe Aning Gewinchi Chayat me women of Madiziwin. Kinagego Kimina Anishinaabe Gewin Aning Chayat me women of Madiziwin. Ognen the she, Pigo Gewinchi Chimikang Tepwewin. Anin Ugnene Manachitiwin. Ugnene Shawenjigewin. Ugnene Soongatiziwin. Ugnene Gagimini was at Anishinaabe. Ugnene the Kanchi spend is a terrier. Mikina Anishe Minute Anishinaabe Chin Sutang Tepwewin. Tepwewin Chikendang Ayat Meweg Gemanitu. A Kendang Gewin a yat Madiziwin no commerce. Mianishe Teboe no meje Kendang Anishinaabe. When we say the turtle in our language, we say mikinak. And then we say that the turtle mikanake, that turtle is leaving a trail that we are to follow. What is the turtle carrying? The turtle is carrying the teachings of respect, love, courage, honesty, wisdom, and humility. That's what that grandmother is carrying. I feel, that the richness of who we are as Anishinaabe people. And that richness comes in the knowledge and the understanding that we have. And when we look at the 7 teachings, that we have and hold that have evolved over thousands and thousands of years. The teachings that we are given reflect the identity of the Spirit that is in each and every one of us. You carry all those teachings inside of you. As long as you have an ounce of blood of Anishinaabe, you have the genetic memory to know those teachings. The holy spot of our people is the knowledge, the ceremony, the language, and the relationship that we have with the land. That's the holy spot of our people. What an awesome gift that the Creator gave us as Anishinaabe people.